Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips have a new hardcover out. Now, this one's a little thicker than their prior ones, which is kind of awesome. I was pretty happy about this. It's called Where the Body Was, and I got to be very careful because uh, there's a lot of nudity at the beginning of this, and then of course I don't want to turn through this. Basically, Ed Brubaker drew a map, and he has this whole thing going on where there's different neighbors and all that, and they've got different lives going on, and they've got different perspectives going on for what happened during this time period in the early 80s. And we learn a lot about them. There's a guy who's running around trying to be a cop. Here's the map again. Here's the 9 people who are like here. And there's a lady who, of course, is messing around with him on the side. There's a psychologist out there. There's a hobo. There's a little girl who wants to be a superhero who's kind of investigating into things. And then there's this like couple who are young, and they're going around thieving and doing drugs and stuff. So this is kind of, it gives a history as to like this location and this house and how it happens and how everybody kind of got here. And Brubaker really set this up from a world building perspective really well. And of course, I love Sean Phillips' art, and his brother's now doing the coloring. The coloring looks pretty good. It's very clean, very understated, just allowing the line art to breathe, which I really appreciate in a noir story like this. And what happens over the course of this is all these people get into their just like funks. The couple is doing drugs. The guy is pretending to be a cop. He's just working at a convenience store, and he gets in this affair with this lady who's a psychologist's wife, and he gets to the point where his lies catch up with him. Eventually, a private investigator is seeing things because the gal who's in a relationship, in the drug relationship, has disappeared from her family, and he wants to figure things out. Now, the private investigator ends up getting killed, and this is where the body was ends up being a problem. And there's a big mystery as to where this was. Now, the way that they resolve the mystery is really funny, and it's kind of like oh, that's not a very good payoff, but it's different, and you would not expect it, which is great from a mystery. And so you kind of see they give it like years later where all these people ended up after all of this, and it all ties in very nicely. I think the writing was really well done. You're gripped the entire way through. You're not sure where it's going, and that's what you got to ask for in a noir mystery like this. So pretty good stuff. This is I don't know if it's my favorite of their work, but it is really up there as just like a quality outing from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips again. Wish I could show more of the art, but youtube.com. I don't want to turn to the wrong page by mistake. So that's it. I'll call this one an 8 out of 10, and that's my review. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.